Out there, you see some people going down that hill. Why are we out driving in it and having to drive so slowly? I don't know. It behooves me. You don't have to go nowhere. Nothing. What do you want to see? You want to see snow? And yeah, he's given up because his ramps are frozen. He's calling in somebody, but yeah, his ramps are frozen. He's getting a delay of game or whatever you call it. Hello, everybody. It's RJ and his '96 Dodge Maxi van. We survived last night. Oh, before this thing goes any further, this is 22 of 365. It's January 22nd. It is a nice, warm 28 degrees out here. And yeah, I just had a conversation with the transport guy. He said he actually got stuck because he had a pickup truck that had to pull him up that hill. That's when I got the camera. I guess I didn't even know he was getting pulled, but he got pulled and he was slipping. So yeah, that's par for the course. So I hear crunching of the snow underneath my feet. Well, the city shut down. It's still kind of shut down. It's still shut down. We're just going for a little walk. I just want to walk. Been cooped up in the van. It got cold last night. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna begin. I didn't have my socks on. I was good under the covers, and then I got up about 6, made my coffee, and then it was bad because it was like 17 degrees. The heater was doing all it could to wave 3, and it wasn't until sometime after that when my coffee was done, I laid down, got under the covers, and then I'm like, So I put on my teapot, filled it up with water, and started boiling it. And that was enough that it took the chill right out of the van, let me tell you. The sun really hadn't come out yet, but and then I got my rechargeable hand warmers. I got them out, stuck them in my pockets, and it got warm in there. It got to the point where I took my beanie off. But yeah, it was a bone-chilling cold, as they say. And when I woke up this morning, it was 17. Middle of the night, I was all right. I slept all the way through the night, so it wasn't that bad. Just had to get my feet. Now I know what they talk about. Once your feet get cold, you're done for. And yeah, you stretch out some stocks. You stick a couple of hand warmers in the bottom of them. Stick your socks on them and put them on low, and you are good to go. Let me tell you. But oh, and I had to bag it too. That was the other thing. Glad I knew it was coming, and so I will have a couple bags to dispose of. But yeah, the cassette toilet took its final flush, and hey, I know it's gross, but it has to happen, and I'll just go forward with that. But yeah, look at this. We got snow. We got snow. See, normally when it's dry. Oh, I love it. It sounds good. I don't know if y'all can hear the crunching of the snow, but it sounds neat. But yeah, you see all this back here? I don't park back here right now because it's like the water retention pond or something, but it's real muddy, and I'm not going to be tracking it, and I'm not going to be responsible for grooving it all up. But yeah, it's what it is. But I usually reside back there on that tree line. Uh, yeah, it was brutally cold, and it took me forever. It took me about an hour or two before I figured out how to make it warmer in there. And what made it so bad is before Monday, I stopped by the place and I picked me up another 5-pack of butane. So it was just the thought process. I didn't relate. I needed just a little bit more to make the Camco Wave 3 work better because it was pumping out all it could pump out. And it just wasn't enough for the space because it is just 3,000 BTU. And when that van, let's face it, it's a tin can, gets down and the sheet metal on the outside becomes 17 degrees, it's going to translate inside, and there was just too much for anything to deal with. When this thing is insulated and done on the remodel, I don't see a problem. But yeah, it was at its limits last night. I don't know how much. We got about another day or two, and now that I've learned this secret, I'll burn up some propane, butane. But it puts out enough. It puts out a lot of. Let's see, that's 7,500 BTUs, 8,500 BTUs. Heck, if I got my Everest 2 out and connected up, I could have been pumping out 20,000 BTUs. Yeah, I gotta think about that next time. But the good thing is, this is the first time because last year I had a barrier around me, so this weather it wasn't that bad, and I was under a shelter, but it was open and it had a wall on one side. This first year has been like this, and like last year that um, I did not have. What's going on? Maybe it just don't want to track me. I don't know. It lost tracking. Maybe it didn't. Nope, it didn't. There we go. So that made a big difference because the first 3 years I was in the van, first 2 years of it didn't get cold like this. So, yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about running my butane stove or getting the double burner oven. I had the oven inside. I could have set it up and turned it on and been, oh yeah, that would have been less heat, but I would have been able to run the oven in the inside and the outside, so that would have been great. Um, this thing is, let's do this. Now let's see. Yeah, it's following me. But yeah, that would have been helpful for me to have come up with that thought last night before it got cold. And then I stayed over here at the dealership outside the van for a little while, which I turned off my heater for that. So that was another thing. I allowed the inside to get real warm. Right now it's heating up. It's about, I don't know, 23 degrees. It's probably going to reach a high of about 26 today, and it's probably going to be tomorrow about the same to about 10 o'clock. So I anticipate us having a late start tomorrow. We'll find out. It's no big deal. But yeah, I ran the butane stove. That was the ticket. I will be able to be a lot more comfortable tonight. Um, yeah, it was real cold when I got up. I didn't go into tank mode, but it was real cold. And I guess the first time you deal with it, you gotta think about it for a little bit. Anybody else would have came up with doing something first or putting the stove on, but it takes me a little while to come up with stuff like that. But when it happens once, after I figure it out, yeah, I'm good. You can't get that one on me again. Um, Yeah, so it's 21, 22, 22 of 365, January 22nd. Just figure I'd try to, 2025 is the year. And it is the Great Snow. It shut the city down. And, got all these, you got some cars on the road, and that's great because they'll get the roads a little bit more passable. It's just snow on the sides, but there's a lot of dampness on the center of the highway, and not enough heat going with it, so it's going to freeze over again tonight. It's going to freeze over. That is no doubt in my mind. What else can we talk about? We survived it. And it was late early this morning before I figured out how to be comfortable in it. I'm so glad. If I hadn't marked off, or if I hadn't cordoned off the area I was sleeping in, there ain't no telling how I would have made good. I would have had all 5, 6 layers on. Would have had everything there was to cover my body, and I would have been okay. But yeah, everything that was the final piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Because look at this, that's snow. It's a big old chunk of whatever. But yeah, it's a winter wonderland, and it was fun, and I learned a lot about it. I'm talking about the feet thing with the warmers when I got up, because I didn't want to put on my shoes because it was going to be cold too. Um, That was trick. I now have a pair of stretch socks that I can put my feet on, and put the hand warmer below it, put it on low, and it was beautiful. I got a pair of stretched out socks, but I've got a means of keeping my feet warm, and it was great. I was able to stand it. Um, yeah, I guess that's it for this little segment. What I ate this morning, I ate breakfast again. I drank my coffee. I had some hot cocoa last night. I had me some soup last night. And this afternoon, I ate the hamburgers, like I said. Tonight, I'm going to probably do some pork steak, and then tomorrow, I'll do some chicken. And that'll pretty much take care of my solid meats. I'll have to open up a can of chili, which is also an idea. Throw some cheese in it and some other things in it. But we'll find out. It's not even 12 o'clock yet. I'm actually got a hankering for I may drive somewhere, but I may not. What I'm really gonna do is I'm just gonna set my chair outside the van and sit here and just watch. Why? Because I can watch it from anywhere. Um, and I'm not sure about the road, so I could do without that exploration right now. Because now I got to think about this. If I take my home out and some jerk misses something or is cutting a fool, he can wreck, damage me, and then I'm out of commission. Then I got a bigger problem. So I think for safe bet, or for safety reasons, for the fact that I don't want to risk the van, I'm just going to stay put because I have no need to go anywhere. So this is it. This is what I'm going to do. We'll chime in tomorrow. Um, it's RJ. It's Southern Van Life with RJ. Thank you for watching the channel. It's me in this 96 Dodge Maxi van back there. And this is 22 of 365. So I've almost got a month out. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Thank you for everybody that subscribed so far. I hope you're getting a little laugh out of some of the things. And I guess that's it. Y'all stay warm and have a great day. Call your mom. She's cold. Bye now. See here. It is about almost 10 o'clock, and the temperature outside is 19 degrees. And there's still snow on the ground. And as you can see, there was a transport that came in last night, and he's hunkered down in his truck. And I have no desire to go outside. Oh, and the little weather thingy says it's going to be warmer today than it was yesterday. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know, we'll be back in a minute. I tell you, he may have to drop his load, and things are frozen on his truck. I have no desire to be out there right now doing anything, especially trying to get frozen ramps unstuck on a transport to get a car out. Just saying, it's brutally cold, dude. We're not even open. I know you got a thing to do, you got a schedule, but hey, you got to take a little bit of time and let it thaw out.